The courtroom air was sharp with judgment, thick enough to choke on. A bailiff's voice cut through the tension like a blade. Remove your jacket before approaching the bench. Whispers slithered through the crowd as every eye turned to the woman standing motionless at the center of it all. She was in her early 40s, dressed plainly, black jacket zipped to the neck, posture rigid as a soldier's despite the stares. She didn't argue. Didn't flinch. Just unzipped the jacket and let it slide off her shoulders. And then, it happened. A tattoo, no larger than a silver dollar, etched into her left forearm. The judge's breath hitched. His gavel froze mid-air. Because he recognized it. Not just the design, the weight it carried. Her name was Elise Carter. To the court, she was just a foster mom accused of harboring a runaway. But the ink on her arm told another story. 5 years earlier. A village with no name on the maps. Elise knelt in the dust, her boots melting into the sand, a child limp in her arms. She'd served 2 tours as a combat medic. 2 Purple Hearts. 2 scars no one could see, and one she chose to show. The tattoo came after she held her best friend's guts in her hands as he bled out. Wings curled around a combat cross. A promise. No one left behind. When she came home, she didn't retire. She built a house on the outskirts of town, filled it with rescued dogs, photos of dead soldiers no one claimed, and a revolving door of foster kids. The broken ones. The ones the system chewed up and spat out. Like Marcus. 17. Bruised in places the law couldn't see. He showed up on her porch one night, shaking. She didn't ask for his story. She asked if he was hungry. When child services came knocking, she didn't lie. Didn't hide him. Just stood in the doorway, silent. When they charged her, she didn't fight. Just zipped up her jacket and walked into court like it was another mission. Now, the judge, a hardened man famous for crushing do-gooders under the law, couldn't speak. That tattoo. He'd seen it before. On a medic who dragged his commander through a hail of gunfire. The courtroom was dead silent. Even the bailiff who'd ordered her to strip the jacket looked away, shame burning his neck. The judge's voice cracked. This court has reviewed the case. A pause. The defendant acted against policy, but not against conscience. Another beat. Then, quieter. Some people follow orders. Others follow something greater. Case dismissed. A gasp ripped through the room. Then, something rarer than justice. Respect. Veterans in the back stood straighter. A woman pressed her hand to her chest. Elise didn't smile. Just nodded once, grabbed her jacket, and walked out the way she came in, steady. Silent. Unbroken. Outside, Marcus waited on the steps, tears cutting through the dirt on his face. She gripped his shoulder. No one left behind, she said. 3 words. A vow. A truth. The wind tugged at her sleeve, flashing the ink again, the mark that had saved lives in war, and just saved one more in peace. Epilogue. Some heroes wear capes. Others wear quiet. Some battles are fought with rifles. Others with sacrifice. Elise never asked for gratitude. Never raised her voice. But that day? The whole courtroom heard her. You don't need permission to do what's right. Just the courage to bear the cost. If this story struck a chord, tell us where you're watching from. Share it. Tag someone who understands that real strength doesn't shout. And if you believe the world needs more quiet warriors like Elise, subscribe. Because their stories deserve to be told.